used to say that.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Thank you so much for joining me through this entire series of prepping our home for Christmas. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for being here and following along. We have almost made it to the end. Today we are doing a cook with me, and I am going to show you everything that I am going to be cooking for Christmas dinner. I cannot wait. If you haven't already, definitely go check out the grocery haul before this video so you know what to purchase while making, so you can make the recipes with me or you know, on your own. I will be sharing recipe cards before each meal for the ones that I can, so I hope you'll be able to screenshot those for your favorite meal ideas if you want to, you know, add them to your traditional Christmas dinner. So anyway guys, again, I truly appreciate you for following along with this series this Christmas season. I hope you all are having an amazing season so far, and yeah, so let's jump into this and get cooking.
Christmas is on its merry way.
Alrighty guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the deviled eggs. Now, I have already got the eggs boiled. If you guys could give me all your tips and tricks to getting these darn eggs to peel easier, your girl would be forever grateful. Because I kid you not, I have tried older eggs, newer eggs. I've tried vinegar in the water, salt in the water, peeling them hot, peeling them warm, peeling them cold, and I swear, there's nothing that I can do to make all of the eggs. You know, it's about like 50-50 or so of what the eggs peel like, whether some come out perfectly and some do not. I don't know. So if there's anything that you can recommend that I haven't already tried, I would be forever grateful, because I make deviled eggs about 3 times a year. So anyway, I basically cut every egg in half. I have these egg containers. I think I got them from Walmart, and I absolutely love them. They make things so much easier. But I put all the yolks into a bag and all the ingredients. So I use yellow mustard, Miracle Whip, yes, I know, and some white vinegar. And then I just kind of mix everything together. Now you'll see that I did have to grab a different bag because I guess I had too much in the one bag. I guessed. I don't know. I had a little more than I thought I did. So I did go ahead and upgrade bags here and move to a larger gallon size bag to mix the egg yolks in. I find it so much easier to just mix it in the bag. That way it just pipes right into the eggs, because then I just clip the corner off with some scissors and squeeze it right in there. It makes it so much easier. And then like trying to mix it in a bowl and then scoop it into the eggs. I don't know. Y'all, this is a tip I saw many years ago, and I just found it made life so much easier for me. So once I get the yolks all put into the little egg halves, I do like to sprinkle a little paprika over the top.
Christmas is falling from above.
Next up, we are moving on to the cranberry sauce. Make sure you're screenshotting these recipes. I do have there will be 4 recipe cards, but 2 cards for one of the recipes coming up soon. But anyway, this cranberry sauce was absolutely delicious and so simple and so much better than the canned stuff, y'all. I follow Big's Farm over on Instagram, and I absolutely love them. They are out of Texas. I can't remember if it's like Houston or Austin area. I honestly can't remember, but you guys, they are amazing people, and I absolutely love watching and following their Instagram page. They actually posted this recipe quite a while ago. Also, side note here real quick, zest your orange before you cut it and juice it. Your girl forgot, and so I was definitely on the struggle bus trying to get all the zest out, but you know, it worked for what it was. But anyway, they shared this recipe over on their Instagram, so definitely go check them out. I thought it was so easy. It was much simpler than I thought it would be. Then, you know, I mean, it was so easy. So definitely check them out. Check this recipe out. Make some for yourself. Impress your family making your cranberry sauce from scratch. It was absolutely delicious. I will say the only thing I think I would add, I would maybe, if you like them a little bit more sweet than tart, maybe add a little bit of brown sugar or maybe a little bit more of your maple syrup. And I would probably add another cinnamon stick. So once we came to a steady boil, I did set the timer for about 10 minutes. I did let it boil all the way through the 10 minutes, constantly stirring so nothing got stuck. I absolutely love this. I will say, one, don't forget to remove your cinnamon stick. However, I think I might try using ground cinnamon next time. I don't know. We'll see. I know cinnamon sticks are kind of expensive, so if you already have ground cinnamon, go ahead and try that out. You'll have to let me know, though, if you do try this recipe. I thought they were absolutely delicious. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and move on to the sweet potato casserole. This does make quite a good amount. I personally think. I did go ahead and cut up and boil my potatoes. I think I had probably just over 3 pounds or so. I actually used the potatoes that I grew out of my own backyard. Probably the most expensive potatoes I have ever used. I'll tell you what, gardening is not cheap, y'all. But anyway, so I also used heavy cream instead of half and half or milk. I probably should have did half milk and half heavy whipping cream because I forgot to get half and half, and that is just what your girl had. But so a little tip from Tammy though, make your eggs ahead of time, make your cranberry sauce ahead of time unless you're serving it warm. And make these sweet potatoes ahead of time because it is so easy to make all this ahead of time. And then once your guests arrive or before your guests arrive, as you start prepping the rest of the meal, you can pop everything in the oven, warm it up, or whatever you need to do. As far as the sweet potatoes, pull it out of the fridge, pop it in the oven, let your sweet potatoes get warm again as you're making the topping. So here's the recipe card for the topping. Don't forget to screenshot, and then go ahead and make your topping while it's warming up in the oven and coming back up, to a good warm temperature. So I will say I did end up doubling this streusel recipe for hours, and you'll also notice that I don't layer it like the recipe says. I just kind of put the streusel on and then put the marshmallows over the top. Have the ham going in the crock pot, and now I'm about to do the rolls. We do use Rhodes, you know what, tried and true, you guys, and I like to put 2 in per little cupcake tin. And you guys, they make like little butt rolls. Wait till you see. I'm gonna fill them all up, and then we're gonna go ahead and let them rise. They do take 3 to 5 hours to rise. Guests will be here about 4:30, so that should be about 5 hours, so that should be plenty enough time. It is kind of cool right now outside. It's supposed to warm up. I think we're supposed to be at like 82 today, so it'll definitely warm up. The air is not on, so there should be plenty of humidity in the air to let these guys get up to where they need to be. I'm probably making way too many, but I know they'll get 8. If they don't get 8 today, my kids will definitely eat them as leftovers. Who doesn't love a good roll? I mean, even like on the next day, using the rolls as like little sandwich bread, making like a little Thanksgiving sandwich, or a Christmas sandwich. I guess Thanksgiving, turkey, Christmas. Oh no, we're out. Oh well. Just put that one little guy in there. But anyway, who doesn't love eating leftovers on like a little Christmas sandwich using like ham and maybe some dressing and gravy and stuff like that the next day. So we're gonna go ahead, throw a towel over this and let them rise, and I will be back here to show you what they look like in a few hours. Also, a little tip from Tammy, if you're having a hard time getting things to rise, put them in the oven and turn the light on. So that will help add enough warmth.
But I hear no church bells ringing out for me.
Alrighty, so next up is my mom's mac and cheese corn casserole recipe. This is a staple. It must be made. It is my way of bringing my mom into our celebration. She has been gone for 11 years now, but I just kind of keep her memory alive. Well, I guess while we're eating dinner and I make her mac and cheese corn casserole. Now, don't come for me for the no spices or anything like that. This is like a super simple recipe, y'all. It is like simple, not healthy, which I guess really none of these recipes are, maybe the cranberry sauce, but it's super simple and it is so good, surprisingly good. It seems maybe a little bit odd, I don't know, but it is so good. It's super easy. You want to make sure that you do not drain any of your cans because that allows the elbow pasta to bake. It will absorb all that liquid, which you will see here in a little bit. Once we get everything mixed up together and baked, it does absorb that liquid. So I promise you though, it is so good. I really hope that you guys will try this one.
It's Christmas all about love. In that case, can I have the one that I've been dreaming of? Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas all about love. It's the only thing on my wish list now. Tell me, Santa. Reindeer trotting through the
So while we got everything baking, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the potatoes. Now I use just your good old Idaho or russet potatoes, whatever are cheaper at the store. But you could totally, if you wanted more of a creamier mashed potato, definitely try using the Yukon Gold potatoes. They are so good. And there's a lot of times I will use the Yukon Gold. Yes, the wreath just fell off the door if you're wondering what fell. Don't worry though, I did rinse the potatoes off after that happened. I was like, what is happening here? But anyway, so I did go ahead and get those chopped up and put them into some water so they could boil while we were kind of cooking everything else. This is basically the time, this is like the last half hour of your time when you're getting everything just finishing up. The last thing I do is the potatoes, and then I start the gravy, and then I move on to the stovetop stuffing. I call it stuffing. Y'all definitely came through with what y'all call this, whether it's dressing or stuffing. It is so fun to know the different areas or regions that people, what people call things. It's so funny doing it that way. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead, you guys, this is the last time that this poor little sweet potato casserole looked so pretty. Look at you guys, I burned it. I put it under the broiler and I forgot about it, and all of a sudden out of nowhere I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot the sweet potatoes, you guys. The fire alarm or the smoke alarm was going off. It was a disaster. But you know what? Who doesn't love a good, cooked marshmallow? People put them over the fire and turn them black and cook them and make them nice ooey gooey all the time. It's okay. It worked out. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and make some gravy from the ham drippings. I just use a regular brown sugar ham from the store. It's a Smithfield brand. And then I do just mix a little bit of water and cornstarch together and add that to the ham drippings. So if that's not enough gravy, there are times where I will add in some chicken stock just to make more. And there is plenty of flavor from the ham drippings. You do not need to salt ham drippings, okay? If you want to add a little bit of pepper, you can totally go ahead and do that. But I do it easy and it tastes absolutely delicious. So, and it is super simple. Adding that cornstarch in there will just kind of thicken it up. Also, guys, if you're wondering why there's a plate on my saucepan back there, I'm making the stovetop. Stovetop literally takes like 5 minutes. It's so easy. And your girl doesn't like regular homemade dressing, so or stuffing. But anyway, guys, also tip from Tammy on the potatoes, add your 2 sticks of butter. I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, butter, salt, and cream or milk, chef's kiss. My mouth is watering watching all this back, and I cannot wait for the next holiday so we can eat this all again. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Again, thank you so much for coming along on this adventure of my series. I truly appreciate you all being here. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope you all are staying happy, healthy, and safe. Until next time, bye, guys.